Hello and welcome back to Come Geek Some. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for all future content. I really don't know what to say about all this. It's because yesterday, when obviously everything kicked off, I believe it was yesterday morning for myself, so it would have been around midnight, mid-morning, or early hours of the morning, I should say, in the States, and we had pictures and video evidence of one LjMontello, whose real name is Lynn. She's actually on Kick Vic, and she's gone around and, she's been very vocal. Very vocal in getting cons to not accept Vic as a guest, She's called the cons and said everything under the sun about Vic. He's this, he's that. You can't let him near people. He's a monster, basically. And the pictures and videos that were released here, they've been around for a while, but I don't think that Lynn actually managed, or I don't think she thought that people would find him this early on in all this situation. And the situation is that she was supposedly 19 or so at this time, and she's now been caught that she was kissing 14-year-olds. And if you look at the video as well, she's actually forcing them on the two girls, because the two girls try pulling away, and you can see it. They are struggling to pull away. And it's absolutely disgusting, because she's gone around, she's saying Vic's this monster and everything else, and all, and the stories against Vic have all been debunked, because all the people who have done witness statements, or Monica and all these people, of what's happened, they've all said the exact same story down to a T. He's grabbed my upper arms, he's pulled my hair, he's done this, he's done that. But when you actually do a little bit of research on serial offenders, a lot of them actually change up how they do things. And, again, a lot of these people, their stories are all, matching up to being exactly the same. And to me, that screamed a red flag straight away. And when now, with this Lynn, with, everything that's come out against her, with her forcibly, forcing herself onto these two girls, because you can see in the video, she grabs them round their necks, she puts her arms round their necks and literally pulls them in, and it's almost like if they were facing the other way, they would have been choked unconscious, because you can see the torque when she pulls the one in on her right side. She literally locks her arm and she pulls her in. That, you can see it. Anyway, we've got a couple of tweets now regarding those photos and that video that's come out. And the worst thing is, you've got people on the Kick Vic side who are defending her and saying what she done is fine. So, what we have really is a lawyer, a supposed lawyer, and people who are saying it's okay if you're over the age of consent to kiss, French kiss full on the lips and force yourself onto someone who's 14. That's exactly what Greg Douchet and all these people are saying. Greg, I've got tweets here, we'll just go through them quickly. Greg has said, everyone in that 2003 video was a teenager at the time, but they're broadcasting it as an aha moment. Anyway, pathetic. Then you had Enrique, who, to be honest with you, he seems to be borderlining this whole situation, because he says, so at 16 years old, was she 19? Goes in, right, yeah, she was 19. I would side-eye a 19-year-old kissing a 15-year-old, but is not remotely ground-shaking. So he even admits there that, it's a little bit wrong to do, but, it's not that bad. That's exactly what he's saying. But then this is when Lynn comes out. She says it was a stunt, it was unrehearsed, it escalated, and she apologised for it. She apologised for quite a bit afterwards as well, because she was embarrassed. And then she says it's because she was a product of the Chicago's foster care system. She is saying, she's actually blaming the foster care upbringing she had on all this. Which, to be, again, oh no. And you can tell when false victims are around, because they blame everything that they've done on things that happened in the past to them. I'm a victim of this. I'm a victim of that. And that's exactly what she's done there, saying that she's a victim of the Chicago foster care system. But it goes even better. So you have one here. So you did something that maybe wasn't great. You realised it was bad and you apologised. You tried to learn from experience and behave better in the future. Sounds like you are a human? I'm sure this whole thing is hard for you. Thanks for taking a stand. And what she's saying there is exactly what everyone on Kick Vic has been saying about Vic. If Vic just apologised and he just learned from his experience. But Vic has come out and said nothing, so, he's defending himself. And Vic did come out and apologise, if you remember, and everyone just didn't do anything. So these people, they are some of the biggest hypocrites on this planet. And then Lynn saying, yep, it frankly is how I tend to view most teenage mistakes this day, is you're only human. No. What you've done, you were an adult, and you decided to do that thing with someone under the age, the ones who couldn't consent, because what you people have said as well on Kick Vic is if you're under the age of consent, you do not know what you're consenting to. And which you said, it was unrehearsed. You literally done exactly what you're saying Vic has done. You are hypocrites. You're saying here at the bottom as well. I've spoken a bit about how there were certain cultural elements at these cons, especially this early. She's saying these cons only started out around then. They didn't. Comic cons and all these anime cons, they've been going for quite some time. And she's just, there was just different elements back there. It was just different culture. Yeah, okay. You are trying to say times back then were different. But, again, you're all accusing Vic of doing something way back then, which, if you want to say it this way, the culture was probably exactly what he was doing. So, again, you're all saying one thing, but you're moving the goalposts for yourself. You're just trying to make everything look better for yourself, but you're not. What you've done is wrong, Lynn. You got someone here. Imagine having literally married a 19-year-old when you were in your 30s and going after someone who kissed someone underage when they were 19. I'm not saying what Montello did was okay, but I'm definitely saying that's a bold choice. And she said, I'm not even saying it was okay. It's pretty embarrassing and a sign of changes to come. Good thing most people grow out of their edgy teenage phase at some point. And then, they just keep going on. I'm glad you learned your lesson while you were still a teenager. And she's come back with, so am I. But then, in the next tweet, she said, well, actually, this was a couple of about 2 weeks ago. This was before. She knew this was coming out. She knew people were looking into this, and she literally tried to be, all right, how can I stop this from going? How can I stop this from making a little molehill into a mountain? If you are past HS and a 14-year-old asks you to kiss them and they are not a relative, the answer is no. Always no. No exception. Well, you were 19 and you kiss a 14-year-old. So, you didn't say no, did you? You just let it happen. So, with all of this, it's actually very disturbing. And it's very sad to see. Because people on Kick Vic, you got Greg, you got all these other people who are over the age of consent as well. And they're basically condoning what she done is okay. Which, again, is literally saying, one rule for me, one rule for everyone else. It's, do as I say, not do as I do. That's exactly what she's saying. And it's absolutely disgusting because they're trying to, they're normalising that sort of behaviour. They think it's fine. They're trying to normalise it. And when you see it that way, and when you see that Montello, she was holding the girl round her neck, and she would not let her go. That's almost this, there's video footage of that. But there's no video footage of Vic pulling someone's hair, is there? So technically, at this moment in time, you are worse than Vic. There's video evidence against you. And to be honest with you, I'm surprised no one's phoned the police yet. Or they may have, we don't know, So, if you are new to this channel, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see you lovely people soon.